Hi, my name is Stas, and this is a story of how I went from being a car enthusiast to owning Andy's Autosport. So my very first car was a Nissan 240SX. I ended up purchasing it from a shop in J-Speed Auto Works in Santa Clara, where I spent weekends sitting at his shop just watching him and his workers work on cars. We ended up going to pretty much any event that we could find. We spent a lot of nights meeting up at warehouses and just kind of hanging out, drifting in parking lots, learning how to drift because it was still an upcoming thing. That got me hooked on a lot of anime cartoons like Initial D or Midnight Wengen. And from that, it just took off. I loved it. I loved the sound of cars, just being out there with my friends, hanging out, doing something that wasn't really a big thing at the time. Actually, for one of my builds, I ended up buying parts at Andy's Autosport. I knew nothing about Andy's Autosport at the time, and I didn't even know that I bought stuff there until I started working at Andy's, and I ended up finding myself in the database. Andy's had a position listed for data entry, and I thought, cool, man, like this is a perfect opportunity to join something that I actually enjoy doing, like cars. I started doing customer service. Then it became knowledge that I actually was into cars. I knew about cars. I spent my weekends at a shop. The owner got excited and he asked me if I would like to join IT, because at the time we only had one guy doing the IT and he needed help. I said, I'm totally down. The deal was that I would have to get Java certified, which I did. And then I ended up actually taking a pay cut from the sales because of the way the bonus structure worked, just to go to IT. And this was probably about 6 months of me being into Andy's. So I was doing customer service, I was doing sales, and then I joined the IT. Every business requirement that the owner came up with, it was on me to make it happen. By 2018, unfortunately, it got so bad that Andy's Autosport couldn't keep me on board. And I was the only IT guy left. Everybody else worked remote. And also by 2018, even the customer service and the sales representatives were cut very short. The team became very, very, very small. At that time, in 2018, unfortunately, I had to step away because I kept taking pay cuts. I got down to $30,000 a year, and that was too much for Andy's at the time. So I couldn't feed my family on that. I had to step away. I ended up joining the post office. It was the worst time in postal history for delivering packages. And now all of a sudden our mail trucks are full of boxes of parts because everybody's shopping from home. What else is interesting that happened around that time is that Shopify became a big thing. All these people that started working from home because of COVID-19 and not being able to go out, they started opening up all kinds of car parts shops. 2023 is when the idea of me taking over Andy's Autosport first was brought up. I was not interested. I'm just like you guys. I want to build cars. I want to go out there, have fun. I have no interest in running a business. But Andy's been a part of my life for a really long time now. I could never get rid of it. You see that sign behind me? That is original from the warehouse back in 2010. After 2023, I started thinking about it, even though I kept telling the owner, no, I'm not really interested. Now, I guess fast forward to 2025, I finally left the post office and I decided that, you know what, I'll give it a try because this is what I really enjoy. This is what my life has been about. I didn't want to get another job in the time being, so I kind of just lived off my savings and I worked for Andy's full time for free, trying to get things, trying to see what was actually happening, where Andy's stood, how bad it got over the years, and to see if I could do something to improve it. After about 3-4 months, I decided that I think I can fix it. I think I can bring us back to maybe not 2012, but maybe like 2014, 2015, when we were still doing pretty good. Now, don't get me wrong, Andy's has a ton of traffic. We have over 130 people on the website every 30 minutes. Part of the problem right now is the team is very, very small. Again, because I've never been a business owner, this is a big learning curve for me, but I do know websites, I do know IT. I took over officially in April, at the very end of April 2025. Since then, after about 3 months of me working, I ended up doubling our traffic. I started posting on social media. I started chopping up our videos into shorts just to get more attention out there that we're still around, and that's exactly it. So many people came up and they were like, wow, I remember you guys from back in the days. It's awesome to still have you around, but we had no idea. You guys disappeared. And again, like since 2018, since I left, nothing was touched. So just to mention again, what's really different about Andy's Autosport, we're still privately owned, but we're here for you guys. We're here to bring you the best parts at the best price. We don't want to bring you some knockoffs. Everything is authentic, everything is genuine. Andy's Autosport has about 600 different brands right now. So the future of Andy's is we want to sell parts that we can actually get our hands on. We don't want any of this discontinued stuff. This is what I did in high school. This was fun for me, and I want to keep that going. I have 4 kids, 3 of them are boys. I want to teach them how to work on cars. I want you to teach your kids how to work on cars. Instead of being out there, doing something dumb, this could be something that brings the family together, and we can make it accessible for you. The primary thing is just enjoy it. Just be out there, go out to the track. If you ever supported Andy's Autosport, I want to give you a big thank you. Without you, we would not be here. You're part of the culture, you're part of the family with us. We've been around since 1997, we're still around, and the best is yet to come.